I think the concept of us going, I think the concept of us going communist, because one thing that happens when you go communist, you never come back, never comes back. You die in squalor. You die a horrible death. You die in squalor. And it gets very evil and very nasty.
You die a horrible death and you die in squalor. Typically you die, he's exactly right, and typically you die in starvation. You know, it's forced famines is what it is. Every word of that is 100% correct, with the exception of calling it social democrats. He meant to say democratic socialists. But you understand this point. He's spot on. And when he talked about the threat to the country that 9/11 was, and not just the threat, but the action, the carrying it out. And Pearl Harbor, so the threat of the United States flipping to socialist and communist leaders, it may not happen overnight, but when you have the Mamdanis and you have the Wilsons and you have so many of these individuals we've been listing over the course of the last, few months, it's going to be communist leaders taking over our most sacred institutions. The halls of Congress, executive offices. When that happens, we will be on that slow road, like a slow boat to China, literally communist China. That's kind of the path we would be on to destruction that few people have any idea. They just...
Socialists are trying to achieve are noble.
The rhetoric of socialism is attractive. It speaks of a humane ideal. Socialism, the denial of private property and rights, doesn't work economically and produces human misery. Marxist socialism was the prevailing ideology in one of the most powerful countries in the world, the Soviet Union.
Stalin took very seriously the idea that socialism needs to transform human nature, and any leftovers of self-interest need to be cleansed out of human nature. Anybody that was not willing to do what they needed to do to carry out their role in this new socialist economy would be dispensed with.